can rewrite existence and shatter timelines.
I don't care who this guy is. I just lost so much. He can give us a second chance.
I just want to say I'm so impressed by how you managed to make this being. I mean, it's a time-traveling, universe-traveling bad guy.
Yeah.
And you managed to take him down to Earth and make him believable and sort of human.
Yeah.
You're an interesting man. Scott Lang.
But how, as an actor, do you even start to contemplate, how do I inhabit a practically immortal being whose mission it is to destroy the whole universe and make him believable?
Whoa, bro, that's a huge question. But I think the answer is I didn't think about that part. You know, I didn't think about the multiverse or any of that, you know, at first. Of course, it has to be taken into account. But first I was thinking, what is he? Who is he? And the beautiful thing about it is he's you and me. You know, Kang the Conqueror is first and foremost a human being. And then he has all these other accoutrements that make him, you know, that guy, you know, it makes him him, as it were. And so I looked at that conquering archetype, you know, I looked at what would make somebody do that. Just anybody, any individual, what would make you get to that point with that much aggression, with that much heartbreak, with that much loss, fear. You know, what would make you do that, and just dug into that, and then connected to my scene partners, which is quite easy to do because they're so human, as it were.
Who are you?
Just a man who's lost a lot of time, like you. But we can help each other with that.
I think also for me, one of the amazing things about your performance is also how you managed to make Kang so scary and intimidating, but also by having him being so quiet and reserved. You sense all that power and that anger simming beneath the surface. And I guess, is that also intimidating as an actor? Because I guess it's easier to just shout, I'm a bad guy, I'm pissed, I want to do bad guy things. But to believe in yourself that you could do it in a more quiet, reserved way, that must be a challenge.
Well, I mean, it is a challenge, you know, and all the homework is just to make him as dense. I think what you're describing, I hope what you're describing, is the density of the character. You know, you go, there is so much going on in this guy, you know, and a lot of that I can hand off to Bill Pope, you know, our director photographer, who really just had a way of lighting and shooting things, and yes, Kang is so dense, you know what I mean, that there's a certain level of curiosity that I was trying to incite in the audience. Why is he? All of that's there. There's a sense of humor there. There's a loss there. There's a gravity to him that comes from someone who literally understands and controls time in such a way. You know, yeah. You're commenting on, you know, the invisible work, which I'm happy about.
You're out of your league, Ant-Man.
A part of your work that definitely isn't invisible is in the fight scene that you have Paul Rudd. You're definitely not pulling any punches there. I was just wondering,
no, not at all.
Did any of you end up with any real bruises? Hopefully not.
No, that's Creed 3. Those are real bruises there.
Wow.
But this one not so much. I mean, Paul's an Avenger, and he's been fighting, you know, for almost a decade now. A decade, I'm sure. So no, I mean, I think taking I did any stunt they would allow me to do. In most stunts they wouldn't allow me to do, I did. You know what I mean? So a lot of my bumps and bruises happened in like the throwing or some of the harness work. But no, with me and Paul, it was very much a choreographed, violent ballet.
Cool.
Yeah. But that's the point though, because when you first saw, you're my first interview of the day, so I'm just unloading.
It's perfect.
Yeah. In the beginning, you see this quiet, perhaps menacing figure, and it's morsel by morsel by morsel. You watch him break, crack open until he becomes, he literally tells you who he is.
You think you can beat me? I am Kang!
You know, I am Kang, right? Yeah. That is the highest point of him. It's over with now. You've brought it here. There's now I've unleashed now. You know what I mean? But it's the morsels of that, and it's at the height, I think, when we're when Scott and Kang face off officially.